Hello everyone and welcome back to another Actors Studio with EMU Theater. My name is Lainey Bass and today we have two friends here from the cast of The Rocky Horror Show.
Hi, I'm Gary Zelli. My major is theater arts, minor in marketing. I go by he, him, and I play Frank in Rocky Horror.
Hello, my name is Brooklyn Hannah. I use she, her pronouns. I am a communications, media, and theater arts comprehensive major, and I am a part of the ensemble. I'm also the Magenta and Columbia understudy.
Thank you so much for being here today, friends. So, to start off, could you give us a brief overview of Rocky Horror for people who have never seen it before?
Okay. It's kind of hard to explain because the plot of Rocky Horror is kind of all over the place, which is part of its charm, and it's why people love it, and it's a cult classic. But if I had to try, I would say that the show and the plot revolve around the two main characters, Brad and Janet, who are your typical conservative, plain Jane, recently engaged couple that are super by the book and follow all of these traditional standards. But it's not until they go over to the Frankenstein place where they meet these wacky, kooky, crazy characters like Frank, Magenta, Riff Raff, Columbia, who are so different than Brad and Janet, and they go on this crazy night, this crazy journey and adventure with all of these characters, and they learn about themselves, the relationships change, and it's just a good time.
Yeah, it's almost like a play on science fiction, B-movies. It became so mainstream because of the campy nature of it. It was only showing at like midnight. It was a special time for audiences to go and connect with the show and with each other, and they formed kind of a community around this show to really uplift it and connect with each other. There's all sorts of callbacks that they invented. They throw things at the screen, and we're really fortunate to adopt some of those theme callbacks and interactive nature here in our show at Eastern.
So, what are you two most excited to see come together on stage?
So, what I'm most excited for is probably the lighting. I think the lighting is going to add a really cool dynamic to the show. There's already, how many cues?
Like 400
light cues in Act 1 alone. It's going to be really exciting. It's got rock music to it, so the lighting follows, and the orchestra is actually going to maybe be behind us. Can't wait to see what that adds to the show.
Yes, I totally agree. I'm so excited for the lights. Honestly, my favorite day of the process is when all of the tech elements come together, because the show just really is brought to life when we add all of those things in. So I'm so excited. I think if I were to choose one, I would say projections, because there's so many things that projections is going to add to this show. Something that's important to note, that if you're in the audience, the projections are actually going to show you when to say lines, when to do some of the call outs, when to do some of the things that you get in your little participation bag. I think that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Why do you think people should come see Rocky Horror?
Okay, yes. I think people should go and see this show because of the spectacle of it all. Rocky Horror is unlike anything that I've ever been a part of, and something that's so important about this show is the audience participation. I mean, it's like something that we talk about throughout the whole process. It's going to be crazy when we have people yelling at us and throwing stuff at us.
I also think that just the message, the heart of it all is a really interesting and important one. Like, one of the main lines of the show is "Don't dream it, be it." And you think about Rocky Horror, this story has been around for almost like 50 years. Like, it's coming on its 50-year anniversary. And the fact that it's been able to stay in the mainstream for 50 years just shows that it's a very relevant and important message. The show is about outcasts and things that go beyond what culturally we expect or is the norm, and so I think a lot of people can relate to that, especially those that don't feel like represented all the time. And it's a really good time to tell this story.
What is your favorite memory that you've made during the rehearsal process?
So, my favorite memory is probably during Sitz Probe. We were all on stage and practicing with the band for the first time. And one of Frank's songs is Charles Atlas. Their whole introduction to the song is all piano. And so I was waiting for the piano to come in, and the piano was never coming in. And so I sang the whole beginning of that song a cappella without any timing, without any notes, without anything. I was really confused and lost, and I was like, okay, I think this is normal. And it turns out that the piano was being fed into like headsets, so the entire band could hear the piano, but it was not on the monitors at all. We could not hear a thing. It's fun.
He also was in key and in time, surprisingly. So that's a well-trained Frankenfurter.
Yes. Yeah.
I think one of my favorite memories or days of rehearsal was the first day that Gary ever got his heels. Seeing him put the heels on was like transforming. Even when he was just in his like regular rehearsal clothes with the shoes, I was like, that's Frank. I see the vision. And I think one of my favorite things from this process is seeing my friends and all of the actors bring these characters to life and bring their own take. And I think Gary's has such a unique take on Frank. So it was really nice seeing him in his shoes and helping him learn how to walk in these huge heels. They're crazy.
So, is there any way you could share a sneak peek with us?
Wait, should we like, do you want to like see something?
I think we should just show rather than tell.
Wait, maybe we could do like a little...
You all can catch the Rocky Horror Show, playing February 13th and 14th at 7 p.m., February 15th at 5 p.m. and 10 p.m., and February 16th at 2 p.m. in the Legacy Theater. We hope to see you there!
Okay.
It's gonna be so long.